Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. Cindy here from CLB Craft Creations with a final Valentine Day project for you today. We are going to be using the stamp set from the January My Paper Pumpkin, and believe it or not, I'm getting quite a lot of use out of that set. I am also going to be using this photopolymer set from the Watercolor Wishes card kit. I'm going to use the sentiment right here that says "You are so loved." Some great sentiments in this set, and even better, it comes complete. The only thing you actually have to add to that set is your own adhesive, but it's got everything else. The stamp set, it even has a block and 2 little ink spots, all the paper, all the cardstock, all the envelopes, everything that you need to make the 20 cards that are in that set. So if you haven't given that one a try, you should. It's also a great gift too for someone who may not have all the supplies but likes to create. So just an idea for a birthday or just a thinking of you type of gift for someone who likes to do that stuff. So let's go ahead and jump into the card real quick. I have my card base, which is cut out of real red. It's cut at 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then I have a piece of Whisper White, which is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. That's for the inside. And then I have a die cut heart. This is from the Thinlits dies, from the mini treat bag Thinlit dies. There's a bunch of projects I've been doing, and I just happen to have these little hearts all over the place. This will also work with the Sweetheart Punch. So if you have that, go ahead and use that. But again, I have these sitting all over my office, so I wanted to use them up. And so I've been trying to find ways to do that. And then you're going to need your real red ink pad, and that is pretty much it, aside from one dimensional and some adhesive. So let's go ahead and get started. And let's see, so we're going to take the real red ink and the Love You. Let me get my piece of white out of the way so it doesn't get ink on it. And what you're going to do is, so I've got my paper scored already, but I haven't folded it yet. I'm going to use that line, that score line, and you probably can't barely even see that in the video, but I'm going to use that score line as my line to line up the top of my sentiment too. Since this is block lettering, it certainly makes it a lot easier to line it up. So what I'm going to do, I'll ink that up in my real red ink, and then I'm going to start all the way to the left and then all the way to the top. And then I'm going to stamp that down. Okay, so now I've got it all the way to the left margin. I'm going to ink it up again, and then I'm just going to leave a little bit of space, and this is purely your preference, but I wanted it continuous, and I wanted to try and get as many full ones on there as I could. So that is not straight at all. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. I got 3 full ones on here. I've actually already stamped this ahead of time so that you didn't have to sit and watch me do this all the way down the card. And I knew that I was not going to be able to get it completely straight on camera just because I can't get my head in there to line it up. But you can get 3 and then half all the way there. And now what you're going to do with the second row, ink it up, and then what I did is lining up. These are supposed to be lined or in the same in the same horizontal space there. But what I'm doing is I'm going to use the O and the V, and I'm going to not nestle it, but I'm going to line that up in that little space right there. And then that's going to start my next row. Okay, so right there. And then you would continue on. And again, these should match up, that O and the V should match up into that space each time. And then of course you want to continue your pattern, so you want to go back over here to the left. And same thing. Okay, and then you would do that all the way around. And you're going to do that the whole way down the card. Then I took the hollowed out little heart that's in the My Paper Pumpkin kit. So it's this little heart here. And with the real red ink as well, I went in and I put that right in between each of the U's. Just so it kind of fills up that space, since the love is pretty much straight across. That way it kind of keeps that continuous pattern. Otherwise you've got kind of a large blank space right there. So then you're going to do that the whole way down the card, and then I'll bring in my finished one. As you can see, this one's much straighter. It's different when you don't have a camera in your way. So now you're going to go ahead and you're going to cover the whole front of your card, and then that's pretty much all you need to do for that. I am going to take my piece of Whisper White now, and I'm going to take the 3 solid hearts that are in the My Paper Pumpkin kit and ink those up, and then I'm just going to put those 3 little hearts down here at the bottom. Now for me, these 3 little hearts represent my kids, so that's symbolic for me, but it certainly looks nice to add that to any card front anyway. Okay, so I'm just going to let that dry for a second, and now I'm going to bring in my Whisper White heart that I cut from the mini treat bag thinlits, and then the You Are So Loved from the Watercolor Wishes card kit. Okay, I'm going to use the Real Red ink as well, and then I'm just going to line that up in the center the best I can. And it's okay if the letter goes off the heart. I love that. I love the script in that set. They're so pretty. Okay, and that is actually all the stamping. So now we can just go ahead and assemble, and take this and my snail. Okay, why this is giving me a hard time. Bring back in my card base, and I'm just going to go ahead and add that to the inside of my card. I like this because it's very simple. My husband's not a big frilly kind of guy, so it packs enough punch. I think, you know, it says what it needs to say. And then we've got our heart that I'm just going to pop up on a dimensional. Actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and use 2, or maybe even 3. I'll do 3. Might be a little overkill, but they're not that expensive. Okay, and then I'm just going to put this right in the middle. And there is my finished Valentine's Day card for my husband. Hopefully he's not watching. I hope that you like this project. Think about stamp sets that you have that might have sentiments that, you know, you may want to go back and check and see. There are sentiments that you may not even realize would fit different occasions. So there you have it. I hope that you liked today's card project. You'll give it a try. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you liked the project. Subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment. And I'll see you next week.